G'day Chris, how are you mate? Good to talk to you earlier today. As promised, I'm just going to do a couple of quick videos for you. Something on how to mobilise that sort of perineal, or what they call now your common fibular nerve. Run through that ball behind the back of the knee. We'll leave the talar mobilisation for probably another day or two, depending on how you go with this other stuff. I also want to run through a sitting posture so you can accurately just feel the difference between the rotational components of your left and your right hip, because that might be playing a role in that tendonitis that you're suffering at the moment as well. But mate, small steps, do these things for the next couple of days and I can shoot whatever I need depending on what you need. If you want me to do it nude, just let me know. I know you're up for pretty much anything, and you're a good looking rooster, so hey, why not? Anyway, no, I was talking to Chris. Chris, this is Fraser in the background. All right, Chris, so mate, sitting posture. What I want you to look at and think about. Let me just readjust so you can see what's going on. All right, mate, so sitting posture, first and foremost. I want you to run through a little trick for me. Sit up, and then I want you to put your hands underneath your bum, and I just want you to wiggle around until you can feel those two bony sit bones or ischial tuberosities. So once you've got them, take your hands out, palms up on the knees. I just want you to be able to sit on the apex of those two puppies. Once you've got that, if, like everybody else, we slouch, what you'll notice is you'll roll off the back of them. Now, rather than just sitting up tall, what happens when people sit up tall, particularly through their shoulders, they'll sit up tall, they'll roll through those bony prominences, and then they'll actually sit onto the front of them and increase that curve in their low back, increase that lumbar lordosis, which is what we don't want. So if we slouch again, where we've rolled off the back, I want you then just to sit up tall through your torso, so just trying to elevate through here, wiggle around, forward, back, side, and just try and sit on the apex of those two bony bum bones. That's going to be a starting point that we need. Okay, so that's going to put you in the best sitting posture for the time being. Once we've got that, sit on a box that's nice and firm, hips and knees are at 90 degrees. I want you to have your hip, center of the knee, second toes all in line. And here I've got a stick which is sort of gutting me from nose, belly button, all the way. So I've got some symmetry in what I'm actually looking at with positionally and position awareness. So equal weight on the right foot and the left foot. Make sure that the weight bearing is spread even over both feet. Make sure you're not slouching, sitting up onto those ischial tuberosities. From here, I just want you to use your hands to gently push your knees towards each other. And what you'll notice here, even when I do that, you'll notice there's a limitation in my right side. So it's quite gentle, but I want you to feel for when that limitation starts to shift the posture that you're sitting in, or shift those ischial tuberosities, or some tightening through the glutes or the hip. And the other is I want you to feel for any fresh air that comes in underneath the outside of the foot. So as you bring your left leg in, it'll hit a limitation and you might feel that the outside of the foot wants to come up. Same is on the opposite side. So lots of little telltale signs. And if you've got one side that is significant compared to the other, then I want you to go through, or one that's more limited, like you can actually see here, my right side is limited compared to this one. I need to go through those glute 1, glute 2, lateral hip releases. And if I was to do that now for 10 or 15 minutes, I could guarantee pretty much I'd come back and I'd have symmetry of movement here. So that could be something that's contributing to that perineal tendonitis that you're getting, which will also be affecting the ability for the hip to strengthen and stabilize effectively as you need to then generate and deliver power in the right direction. Mate, work on that for me. The other thing we're going to do is that perineal nerve mobilization. I'll get in and do that now. And yeah, mate, let me know how you go. Cheers, brother. Talk to you soon.